Gilgamesh. I want to talk about this movie, Presence. I saw it on Thursday night. I actually enjoyed the movie. It's actually not a horror movie. It's a drama about a presence that I think it's supposed to be a ghost or a spirit. They really don't say. And the way they filmed this movie it was obviously done on a steady cam, and the actors are acting as if they don't see the cameraman who's moving around as if it's from the presence point of view. We're following the presence. We're not following the family. We are like, if we're like the specter watching this family when they move in. And I enjoyed it. It's an hour and a half, so it's not that long. And you have Lucy Liu plays the mom, and you have, I think it's Catalina Lang is her daughter, Chloe, and then you have Eddie here, Madej is her son, Tyler, and then Chris Sullivan plays her husband. He's actually really is the best actor in the movie. He's sort of like empathetic, he's more like empathetic towards his daughter, and his wife is wants the best for her son, not really caring about her daughter and the issues she's suffering through, which is two of her friends died we find out from apparent drug overdoses, which may or may not be true. I'm not going to give that away. I'm not going to give the ending. This movie's actually well done. And yeah, this thing seems to, sort of like kind of like want to protect Chloe, and she's the only one that senses it, and it's, and her brother brings home this guy that meets her, and this guy right here, Ryan, he seems like a nice guy. Like I said, I'm not gonna ruin this movie. You should see it. Actually is good. And at one point, something goes on, this thing reacts. It like tears down in the closet, and the brother yells, and then it knocks stuff down and knocks the glass over that's on in Chloe's bedroom that Ryan brought up. Like I said, I'm not going to give the ending or anything that gives away the movie. I just found this a really enjoyable film. It's not a thriller. It really is a drama with this presence, and then they bring in this lady. I think this is her right here, and she comes in, and she's not a medium, and I think he plays her brother, and they come in, and basically they of course have to pay her because she's, like her brother says, this is her lunchtime. And when she does this, she usually can't go back to work, so they need to be compensated for that. And she says there is something here. Doesn't know what it is, so she can't tell him what it is. And Chloe then reveals that she sensed it, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, you did," and says that it's not. She's not a medium. She sort of has a sixth sense for this. And she says this thing doesn't seem like it wants to hurt you, so it's not dangerous, which clearly it isn't. And then later, the wife doesn't like her and doesn't trust her, and then later she comes back and reveals something to the husband, to Chris, and says, something horrible is going to happen, and it's going to happen through a window that doesn't open. That's as far as I'm going to take that. But like I said, the way this film is filmed, it all takes place in a house. We've had this before, but the way this does it, it's not like, the camera's in one place. It does move around. So you are basically the presence watching this family interact, and they have their, the brother and sister don't always get along. They fight, and at one point, their father, Chris, tells the son, "Be nicer to your sister. You don't want to have not talked to her for 6 years," which he brings up that happened to him and his sister. He believes his daughter, unlike her mother, that's kind of like, doesn't seem to seem to care more about her brother than, wants the best for her brother, doesn't really care that her daughter's having problems. And like I said, I enjoyed this movie. It's only an hour and a half. Would I see it again in theaters? don't need to. I saw it once. I enjoyed it. I'll wait for it to come out on streaming to watch it. But I recommend if you want to see how nothing scary about it. It does have something happens in the house. Like I said, don't want to give too much away. But yeah, so I did enjoy this movie. I do recommend it. Like Jeremy Johns, the Chris Sullivan, I think that's his name. Yeah, he's the best actor in the movie. Lucy Liu's good. The two kids are as decent as can be for I don't know how long they've acted. But yeah, Chris Sullivan definitely is the best actor in the whole movie. Now, I mentioned this, what's his name right here? West Mulholland, really. I don't want to say anything about his character because, and like I said, watch the movie, it's good. But he actually is okay in the movie. I mean, does he give a great? No, it's a decent performance. It works well for the movie. But like I said, Chris Sullivan gives the best performance in the movie, and I like the camera work because you're with the present. You're following it. That's the perspective you get throughout the entire movie. It never leaves the house. So even when they go out, it stays in the house. You are like trapped in this house. So for that, I do recommend it. Do you have to go and see it in theater? You give it a chance. You might actually enjoy it. So this is Gilgamesh. I will talk to you later. Bye.